What if I told you there's one country in Europe that said no, when every other country said yes? A country that Europe doesn't want you to talk about. And the truth about it might shock you, because this isn't just about borders. It's about power, survival, and a secret Europe hopes you never find out. Most people think Europe acts as one big family. Open borders, shared rules, everyone moving in step. But there's one nation that broke from the script: Poland. While much of Western Europe opened the door to millions of illegal immigrants, Poland slammed it shut. Not quietly, not politely, but firmly. And here's the part they don't want you to hear. It worked. But if Poland's model works, why is the rest of Europe so desperate to hide it? In 2015, Europe faced a massive migrant crisis. Hundreds of thousands of people poured in, many without documents. Germany said, "Come in." France followed. The EU demanded every member country take their share. But Poland said, "No quotas, no forced relocation, no exceptions." They argued, "Our nation, our laws, our choice." But here's the twist. Poland didn't collapse. It thrived. While some Western nations saw crime spikes, housing shortages, and social tensions, Poland stayed stable, safe, and surprisingly united. But wait, if one country can say no and be fine, doesn't that break the entire EU narrative? Here's where it gets dark. Instead of praising Poland for securing its borders, Brussels went on the attack. The EU threatened sanctions. They called Poland undemocratic. They cut funding. They pushed endless pressure to force Poland into compliance. But Poland refused to bend, because for them, it wasn't just politics. It was survival. But what exactly was Poland protecting that Europe didn't want you to see? Let's break it down. Poland knew something simple. When a nation loses control of its borders, it loses control of its future. Look around Europe. Cities struggling with illegal camps. Crime headlines nobody wants to talk about. Communities divided by culture clashes. But Poland? It stayed Polish. Its streets, its traditions, its identity, intact. But here's the kicker. While Europe calls Poland backward, millions of ordinary Europeans secretly wish their countries had done the same. So why hide this? Why does Europe want to bury the Polish example? If people knew that saying no actually works, then other nations might start questioning the system. Germany's policies, France's struggles, the EU's authority itself. Poland is living proof that a country can choose independence and still succeed. But here's the dangerous truth. Europe can't let that message spread. Think about it. If the truth got out, it would inspire others. Hungary, Italy, even France or Germany. Imagine if more countries said, "No quotas, no forced policies." We decide the EU's power would crumble overnight. So what do? They smear Poland, they censor the conversation. They label it far-right, dangerous, or racist. But the reality? Poland is simply sovereign. But what happens when a small nation refuses to obey a giant system? Here's the part nobody talks about. Poland's economy grew. Its cities stayed safe. Its borders stayed secure. It's now one of the most homogeneous, stable societies in Europe. Tourism is rising. Businesses are thriving. And ordinary citizens? They feel safer than most Western Europeans. But here's the ultimate twist. What Poland did is exactly what Europe fears most. Because Poland revealed the lie that nations have no choice, the lie that open borders are the only way, the lie that resisting the EU makes you weaker. Poland proved the opposite. By refusing illegal immigrants, it stayed strong. By rejecting quotas, it stayed independent. By saying no, it said yes to its people. And that's the truth Europe doesn't want you to know. Because if Poland can resist, who's next? So, what do you think? Is Poland protecting its future? Or rejecting the future? Drop your thoughts below. Just remember, the truth isn't always what Europe wants you to hear.